Alright, this is Fundamental Paper Education. Seems cute, harmless, and very normal, but the fan base around it has turned into this. Bro, what? There's no way they've ruined this trend, bro. I genuinely don't think it's possible to have anything nice on the internet without it getting completely destroyed anymore. This innocent animation, Fundamental Paper Education, got completely destroyed. So look, before we start with all this insanity, let me show you what Fundamental Paper Education actually started as. This right here is the original animation created by an artist named Katie, who blew up out of nowhere in early 2024. Her whole style was really simple, right? Hand-drawn animations with paper textures and soft movements, all that sort of stuff. Like, it literally looks like something straight out of a kid's sketchbook. This wasn't made as something that was supposed to be extremely viral, but it worked. After the original video was posted in March of 2024, the fandom went completely off the rails, forcing Katie basically to delete and unlist everything that she'd made. And the only reason we can see the clips here today is because fans had to archive the videos on random YouTube channels, TikTok pages. Basically, right after the original Fundamental Paper Education video went viral, fans started making their own versions. AUs, redraws, and fan stories, nothing really insane at first, just kind of like regular fan art. But then it started to shift. In an article here talking about FPE, I'll call it from now on, in November 2024, 8 months after the original show was released, she ended up quitting the actual show. She didn't really give an exact reason why, but a lot of people speculate that she quit the series due to content farms and sexualization of her characters, which we'll get onto a bit later. And there's a lot of evidence as well from her own tweets and her own posts as well backing this up. Basically, fans of this show just went full on insane mode, while as you can see by some of these tweets that I'll flash on screen right now, Katie was clearly becoming uncomfortable with the fan base surrounding the show. She was basically watching her cute little animations that she made get twisted into something she never planned on, and she was absolutely powerless to stop it. Oh, and by the way, did I mention Katie at the time where this is all happening was 15 years old? That is absolutely insane. Look, I remember being 15 years old on YouTube, right? This Glider Guy channel had already blown up by that point, but I've never had people be this weird towards stuff that I've created on the internet. I get what it's like having people watch you at that young of an age, but to do what some of these people are doing to the characters that this person made is absolutely horrifying to look at. And this is where this entire trend just absolutely falls apart. People stopped making normal fan art and started pumping out edits like this.
Got mail.
I'm Alice. Wow, this is how fast you can run.
I mean, look, this just has absolutely nothing to do with the show at all. And there's nothing really wrong with these edits, right? Like I said, there's so much worse stuff to come. I'm just starting to show you guys a little bit of the progression of how this goes. Because it all starts off kind of normal, and then there's a few weird content farms. There's a few weird, loud, flashy visual edits like I've just shown there. That's just like hyper-edited chaos that has nothing to do with the original animation. But then we start to go into the AUs, which is basically another term for alternate universes. Basically where fans take the characters and turn them into whatever they want, which is where this starts to get a little bit dangerous. Okay, yeah, great skull emoji edit. Any of you that have watched the Glider Guy channel for any amount of time, you know how I feel about these goddamn YouTube short skull emoji edits. And what ended up happening next is that some of the biggest YouTube channels in the brain rot animation content farm space got their weird, disgusting little hands on FPE. Most notably the YouTuber Fash, who I've already talked about before, who is an extremely disgusting YouTube channel who for some reason has millions of subscribers. I mean, this edit isn't really that bad at all, but it's just the YouTuber that it's coming from. I'm trying to show you guys the principle, right? Whenever channels like Fash, who have been known to have done disgusting things in the past, like using kids in their videos and doing just weird, sketchy stuff on the internet, you can already tell that FPE is going down a dark path. And this is where it starts to get insane, because once one content farm gets a hold of something, every single other content farm just tears it apart. Entire channels have now popped up just to spam FPE clips, FPE edits, FPE AUs, just hundreds and hundreds of videos here. Like, bro, what is even going on the screen right now? This is what I mean about content farms. They'll just throw like 7 different elements on the screen, 2 different clips to like get people's attention spans. This is where it just starts to become complete brain rot. What the hell is going on? Bro, hold on. Why? What is going on? What does the Duolingo bird have to do with this? You see what I mean, bro? I love it how there's the CapCut logo in the top left. Bro, honestly, CapCut is such a good thing, right? Like I've said before. It's allowed so many small creators to just download an app on their phone and be able to compete with big YouTubers. But when so many people get access to things like CapCut, you just end up with videos like this. You end up with stuff like this that actually breaks through the algorithm and for some reason gets popular. Math is so easy.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, awesome. That was the video. Thank you, BoomToon, for that incredible video right there. Like, bro, what even was the point of that right there? Oh, yeah, 344 times 2 equals 688. Like, bro, what? Are we in first grade? Like, what is this video? Wait, why was she blushing there? Okay, I'm not even gonna ask, to be honest. So yeah, that's a lot of the content farm stuff. If I were to look at all of the content farm content, wow, that was a tongue twister. But if I were to look at all of the videos on the content farms that have been using FPE, I would literally be here until Christmas morning. So I think it's time we start to look at some of the more sinister stuff in the FPE community. And that's the character corruption archive. Basically, there have been so many cases that have been corrupting the characters in the FPE universe, which I'll be honest is probably part of the reason that the original creator Katie had to actually stop making this series. Let's start with one of the characters, Miss Circle, who is one of the main characters. Now editor, please blur these next few screenshots, but essentially this stuff right here, which what the hell is going on here? The text on screen says, I should have killed you for this, but you're so cute so you'll get another slap. Now I'm gonna try my absolute best to explain what's going on here without YouTube terminating my account. Essentially someone is drawing this Miss Circle character with a huge, let's just say downstairs area. I don't know how else I can explain that. Next we have whatever the hell this is. Like, bro, what are we doing here? Essentially these people are just drawing, let's just say R43 backwards content of FPE. It just makes no sense at all. Next we have the character called Claire from FPE. I mean, bro, like what the hell is it? Who is drawing this stuff? Okay, yeah, no, this is definitely gonna need to get censored. What the actual hell? Bro, honestly, whoever is the artist of these fan art things right here, you genuinely need help. What the hell is that? Next, we have another character here, and yeah, okay. Basically, they've just like enlarged parts of this person's body, which I'm not going to explain, and they're wearing a shirt that says "Kiss the Chef." Like, bro, what? And this next character called Alice, what the? Okay, no. We have Alice in demon form, and Abby, who is, I don't know. There's text down the bottom here saying all characters are 18+, and this is NSFW. Like, bro, why are we making NSFW content about an animation show made by a 15-year-old? What is wrong with society and the internet to where this is actually a thing? Okay, I'm not even going to explain what the hell is going on screen right now. Oh my god. Yeah, so basically to sum up that section right there, the fandom didn't just remix the animation right here. They basically rebuilt the whole thing into some weird NSFW content farm on Reddit, which is just absolutely disgusting. But where it gets even worse is that some creators were putting FPE content into an entire playlist labeled FPE for kids. Basically, if you go through all the thumbnails here, you can basically just see that these are all just Lanky Box type videos making kids content revolving around FPE. Like, bro, this stuff is literally just brain rot stuff for kids to watch. And if that's not bad enough, there's literally even a Reddit post from a mum saying her 14-year-old keeps watching FPE videos. And the whole point about this, right, is that there is such a clear divide in this. There are so many FPE videos that are meant for kids, but then on other corners of the internet, internet, you have the stuff that we just showed before, which is people literally drawing NSFW versions of this FPE show. It's such a dangerous divide, and knowing the internet and knowing society in 2025, it would be so easy for kids to find the stuff that we just showed before. And neither YouTube or TikTok is doing anything to stop this. And look, you know it starts to get bad, right? When the fans, the actual normal fans of the original FPE show, have finally had enough of this. And they're actually speaking out about all the content farms and NSFW content about this stuff. You've got people showing support to Katie because obviously she doesn't deserve anything like this. And you got people that actually do acknowledge the problem right here. There's one phrase that says being popular can be really scary. And honestly, it's the same case that happened to Katie. Katie made FPE only for it to not only cause problems for the community, but also cause problems for her. Look, everyone wants to be a YouTuber, right? I'm pretty sure that's like the main dream job of kids. But the thing you gotta understand is that there is absolutely a dark side to it. Even me, right? When I was 15 years old running this Glider Guy channel 5 years ago, I'm 20 now. There were definitely some scary things that happened during that time period in around 2020. Don't get me wrong, I love being a YouTuber, but having weird people that want to know things about you and are just extremely weird and send weird messages, to be honest, it's all part of the job and it's all part of what you sign up for, but it still doesn't make it right. It is still extremely disgusting. No one should have to go through what Katie is going through. And all of this, right, all of the AUs, the gore, the NSFW, all the content farms, it absolutely has a cost on Katie. I mentioned before that Katie started breaking down across a bunch of tweets. Well, first we start off with the fact that Katie literally deleted all of her YouTube videos. I could only imagine could be from all the stress that comes with being popular on the internet. You can literally see her mental state falling apart in real time. What I'd imagine is that Katie just became exhausted with all the attention, all of the spotlight, and all the people making disgusting content revolving around her animation, which was only supposed to be some innocent, cute little animation. People spamming her with corrupted versions of her own characters. Each tweet here is getting more stressed, more confused, and more overwhelmed. And eventually, like I mentioned before, she just ended up deleting everything. And the only reason again that any of the footage still exists is because random archive YouTube channels have saved her work. And look, here's the most insane part about all of this. Fundamental Paper Education isn't the only fandom that this has happened to. It seems like this is just a pattern or like a trend at this point. I mean, look at the Dandy's World community, right? Or the Sprunky community. Fandoms of those communities start off innocent, but then a few people twist it, content farms take over, and eventually even the creator can't even control their own work. It's the same cycle every time, bro. Cute animations, the fandom explodes, everything gets darker, people start making NSFW content of it, and then the creator just ends up disappearing. This keeps happening, bro, and for some reason, nobody learns. But anyways, I'm done with FPE for right now. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.